Welcome to Driver Focus. This is where we go through and rate the drivers after the Spanish Grand Prix. And let me just first go back and say what a brilliant race we had in Spain. It was fantastic, wasn't it? Race strategy all over the place, everybody in different tyres. I mean, even at one point we had the top four drivers all on different tyres, hard, medium, soft, everybody trying everything out. Brilliant overtaking, the track layout changed, thank God. After the big hype I gave it in the previews, it actually worked. We did see cars being able to follow much better down the straight. We've seen passing into turn one. What a brilliant race overall. I really enjoyed this weekend. And let's go through. One place to start, Max Verstappen, 10 out of 10. He was first in practice 1, 2, 3, qualifying race, fastest lap. Says it all. Brilliant. It just reminded me of the classic Schumacher where he just comes and just wipes his teammate away, the field away, and it was a comfortable win in the end. Lewis Hamilton, I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. A great race, brilliant move on Stroll and Sainz, moved forward up from his start position, great racecraft, and he just looked solid and comfortable in that P2. George Russell, going for a 9 out of 10 for George. Brilliant start from P12, making up 5 places on that first lap. Absolutely mega, and to hold on to that podium place and beat the actual Red Bulls on pace, fantastic result for him. You can be mega proud of that one. Sergio Perez, he's finished 4th, 6 out of 10. Solid race, but given how good that Red Bull car is, again, he needs to be really getting into the podium places at least if he wants to try and challenge for the title against Max Verstappen. Verstappen is just on another level, and it needs to be really something special from Perez to try and close that gap. His first stint was really poor. He was so far off the pace even of George Russell, and I think that's really what cost him in the end. Carlos Sainz, 7 out of 10. Poor race. Brilliant qualifying P2, but I don't know what happened in the race. Just went backwards. Car is unpredictable, that Ferrari. They need to get that sorted. Lance Stroll, 6, 7 out of 10. Much better weekend. Beats his teammate in qualifying for once, and also kind of Alonso lets him keep ahead of him in the race. 7th for Alonso. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Odd weekend for him. He had a poor qualifying, made too many mistakes, and decent in the race, and kind of just said in the end he'll let Stroll keep that place because he could have easily have passed him. He had 10 laps fresher tyres, but he was too kind, wasn't he? Ocon, 5 out of 10 after a brilliant Monaco Grand Prix. He'll be really disappointed with a bump back down to earth. Started 6th, went backwards, finished in 8th. Zhou Guanyu, brilliant, 9 out of 10 for him. Fantastic weekend, finally getting some points. Started 13th, finished 9th. Some points for the team. He's been a star in that car, hammering his teammate. Pierre Gasly, he'll be disappointed for this weekend. 6 out of 10. The 2 penalties for impeding and qualifying really cost him. He would have started 4th, but actually started 10th. Poor start, and then didn't really recover from there, but got a point in the end. Charles Leclerc, he had a pit lane start, poor weekend. 4 out of 10 for him this weekend. Shocking, but the car is just too unpredictable to drive. You say, don't know what's happening. Loose rear one day, loose front the next day. Get it sorted, Ferrari. Yuki Tsunoda, 6 out of 10. Decent qualifying for the team, good in the race. He was in 9th, but then that 5-second penalty cost him and the team. It would have been some decent points for him. But 6 out of 10 for Yuki Tsunoda in the end. Oscar Piastri, he's finished in 13th, 5 out of 10 for him. Solid weekend, nothing major to report, but another poor start which he needs to fix. Otherwise, I think he could have done better. He started in 9th. Nick De Vries, 14th, 6 out of 10. Beaten by his teammate, even though he had a 5-second penalty. He needs to just try and find that rhythm that he had last season. The spark is kind of gone, hasn't it? And he needs to just build his career back up. And this season from now on, just forget what happened before, move forward and build from here. Nico Hülkenberg finished in 15th, 6 out of 10. A brilliant qualifying, started in 7th place, and then just to fall backwards. He probably scratching his head of what's got wrong, hasn't he, Nico Hülkenberg. Alex Albon, 7 out of 10. Moved forward in the race, 2 places, up into 16th place finish. Probably got the best out of that Williams, and he'll be hoping for a track that suits that car more going forward. Lando Norris, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Fantastic P3 in qualifying, but in the race, incident with Lewis really cost him, put him right at the back, and then just didn't really make too much progress through the field. but the McLaren is better, and I'll be hoping for more in the future races. Kevin Magnussen, I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. Not a great weekend. Started 17th, finished 18th, went backwards. Poor race pace from that Haas. Valtteri Bottas, where do I start? 3 out of 10. Poor weekend, hammered by his teammate. He just went backwards and stayed at the back. Valtteri need to get it sorted. Logan Sargent, I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10. Ran at the back all weekend, and after a promising start to his career with some really good qualifying results, he's struggled for race pace generally speaking, but you know, he's had some odd glimpses of showing what he can do. He needs to just make that more consistent. But there we go, that's the driver racing ratings for the Spanish Grand Prix. Thanks very much for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment as always. I'll see you in the next video.